Oh, I gotta turn my mic on. That's important. Hello? Face rig? You were working just a second ago. Alright, hold on. Let's all play nice. Actually, I should be a little smart and turn this off first. Back to loading screen. Oh my god, have I been silent this whole time? I've been silent this whole time. I forgot to turn my mic on. I was explaining what to do, what I was gonna do, how things were gonna go. Oh man. Well, hey everybody. Hasashami here, and we're playing Bloodborne again. Now, as I was explaining, as I was muted, unfortunately, I'm going to Canehurst. There are a couple of places I'm going to be going, but I'm going to be going to Canehurst first. And I was reading through this item and its beautiful explanation, so I suppose I'll do that again. Canehurst Summons. An old blood-stained summons inviting an honored guest to forsaken Castle Canehurst. Rather bafflingly, it is addressed to you. Do not hesitate. The stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Crossing. Now, we've been to Hemwick before, or to Hemwick Charnel Lane before. Oh, it's actually right here. We don't want to go to this one, though. We actually want to go to Witch's Abode, which is the boss for that area, and it is a little bit further in. Let me adjust my clothes a little more. I think it's I should probably... You know what? Maybe no clothes today. Let's go shirtless. It's not that hot yet, but it'll get that hot eventually. You know, I'm just preparing. I did have my Ron cosplay, but I took that off because I figured it wouldn't be appropriate for Bloodborne. But you know what? Maybe it doesn't really matter. Space Cat don't care. I remember these guys were giving me a little bit of trouble before. I think they killed me once last time, but not this time. Oh, hello. I've got my Tonitrus. Do your worst. That's not good enough. Measly 3 hits and he's taken care of. He drops some gems that I don't care about. Alright. So we're back here because there's an obelisk in the center of this area that I want to approach. This big thing here. It stands out. I didn't really look at it because it's, you know, it looks a little strange. 2. Oh, I forgot about 3. I don't want to get too close because if I get too close to the obelisk, a cutscene starts. And I want to kill this guy before I do that, just to make sure things are clean. Because I think it's kind of cool to look at anyway. Alright, so we approach this obelisk with the Cainhurst summons in hand. Totally normal. Everyday occurrence. Just normal stuff. Now, if you remember, I did go down that way before, and there's just a bridge that goes over a lake, and it just breaks down. Past it, we can actually see Castle Cainhurst in the distance. But how did these rather sordid-looking horses get there? They're standing very nobly, but they also look like skin and bones. You can see their rib cage and stuff. They're not doing so hot. Anyway, that's probably safe. Let's get in. I'm off to visit my fairy godmother. And off we go. Very conspicuously, we cannot see the ground. And there it is. Although there are lots of steeples in Yarnum, and you know the church has lots of steeples and stuff, lots of pyramid shapes and whatnot. Cainhurst still has its own air, very, especially gothic. And also extremely fucking cold. It's so cold that my horses are dead. The horses that brought me here are frozen to death, but they look like they've been frozen to death for a while. Here's my carriage, also very frozen, not the door at least. And how the fuck did we even get here? That's not right. That's weird. Oh well, let's move on. I'm sure that's all normal. Just approaching the Oh, I forget what this is called. Palisade? Approaching the gate. It opens for us. Nice warm welcome. And right away, I'm going to clue you guys in on something. I hate this initial area. This initial area is full of a couple of enemies that I really, really do not like. One, because I just think it's kind of viscerally disgusting. The other, because they're just really, really nasty and extremely aggressive and very, 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 very mean. Yep, oh, there's one. So there's like at least 6 or 7 of them. I think it's more like 8. But they're these guys. These are called Bloodlickers. They're very aggressive. They're very fast. They have long range attacks. They spit poison, and they hit very hard. Ow! And I don't want to go into that valley because that's where the other enemy, the one that I find viscerally disgusting, is. The problem I forgot about is that 2 show up in this first area. If I can get 1 down, I might be okay. But I'm going to use this this well, or this fountain, in order to save my ass. In the meantime, I want to fight this one. Oh man, I'm microwavy. Yeah. So these are Bloodlickers. They feast on blood. They find it especially delicious, and I guess they get to feast on mine. So this is Castle Canehurst. I'm not sure when you popped in, but we took a horse carriage over a bridge that was broken in 2 places, and we arrived at a castle. You can see the broken down bridge over there. You can see my carriage just popped in, and right before it are some dead horses. Thanks, horses. Oh, okay, gotcha. And here. I need to be careful about how exactly I approach this upper area because, yeah, so 1 shows up. I forgot about this one. He actually shows up behind, and that's fine. Showing up behind is okay, but that other one is the other one. That other one approaching me now is the one I engaged. That's not good. I want to be a little smart about this. So when it comes to being smart, it's pebble time. No, 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 okay, being smart is not used the only Iosefka vial I have, damn it. Okay, well that sucks. Get over here. Fight me. Oh, he's got some super armor too, that's nice. He whips with his tongue, which is very, cute. I don't know, I don't like these enemies. Their guts are just full of blood, and they pop when they die. So if you ever want to get covered in lots of blood in the game, you just fight a couple of these guys. Yeah, you still keep aggro after you die. Well, I guess it actually depends on the game. In this one, I'm not sure, but I know in like Dark Souls, yes, enemies will keep attacking your dead body because why not? You won't see much of them anymore in a minute anyway. You're dead. Not your problem. Oh, I forgot they can kick behind them. Yeah, so they can hit from basically every direction. So I think I'm okay if I hit from the side, but you can see there he was about to track me and hit me and like whip around with his arm, which is no good. I don't want that. So there are 2 over there. They're guarding some trash. I don't care about them. And there's 3 here, but I only care about 2 of them. I'm pretty sure I can't actually stagger these. So I'm just going to try to lure one away and hope that it doesn't lure the other one. He's very hungry. This one's especially hungry. You can see by his much smaller blood sac. Stop. Stop looking at me. Don't Donkey Kink me. Okay, this is going okay. As long as I have 1, it's fine. Yeah, see, he had a little pathetic blood spatter. That was hardly anything. Hi, Fiends. How's it going? Is this one looking at me? Okay. He looked. Oh well. So there's this one in the back, but you'll see why I don't care about him in a second. I wasn't actually planning. I was planning originally on just running through Canehurst because the only thing I want is a particular item. Don't die. Because I need to hunt all these guys over again if I do that. That would be a drag. But I realized... No! My damage is pretty good, so I'm probably okay. But apparently, not good enough. And that's another one for the death counter. 15! Woo! Blood liquors make you nauseous the same way Aldrich makes you nauseous. That's fair. Aldrich being a gigantic slime thing that is slowly consuming one of the bosses from... In Dark Souls 3, that's slowly consuming one of the bosses in Dark Souls 1. And it makes you feel bad for the boss in Dark Souls 1. Get up here. Ah, there he is. You bastards. Oh. Where are you going? Okay, so my damage is better, but you can see with a full bar of stamina, I don't quite kill. So I am going to stick with the, well, no. I think it's probably fine. Zap. I probably do more stagger damage with this. I'm just kind of experimenting. Don't donkey kick me. Oh. Ow! Give me my health back. Oh, what a drag. Well, I'm willing to bet that Nitrous will probably give me more damage in the long run, or more rally, so it's probably worth it. Oh well. Pebble time. Hup! Normally, I wouldn't really bother with these guys, but I do want to show off the one in the back. The one that I said wasn't a threat, because there's a very particular reason he's not a... Oh, are you gonna stay? No. You're coming. I could have whipped him. One, two, out of the way of the donkey kick. Are you ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay, that's a little concerning. Maybe I'm playing this a little poorly. Okay, let's verify one more time exactly how much VIT I have, because I have a very, very small amount of VIT. And I think I did at the end of the last episode, because I was dying to ROM so much, I was like, maybe I should level VIT up some. I have 10 VIT. I'm level 50. I have 52 arcane. It's a lot of arcane. And that's not a lot of life. The first time I played this game, the advice I got was to level like VIT to 20 immediately. And I think that's still good advice. But, well, blood liquors are just, I do not like them. I struggle with them a lot. I'm not sure I can do anything about it either. Because I don't even think they're really weak to arcane. Like, I've been using fire, I've been using lightning, but I don't think they're weak to arcane either. So even if I slotted gems around, I'm not sure that would really be advantageous. I did think about doing some grinding, but I think I want to keep as much of this this Let's Play on camera as possible. Oh, that was scary. Stop. I don't like the fact that you're over there. Not giving me anywhere to hit. Yes, arcane is definitely tougher on mobs than it is on bosses. One of the reasons I've come here is because there's an item later on that is going to make bosses very, very, very easy for a while. Because I will finally be able to use the strength of arcane. Stay there. Ow! Their arms are so long, too. It's grody. Tree, come on. You're like 2 branches. See, this is okay. I should have been doing this in the first place. Painters is so easy. God. I mean, who would ever die here? One more, come on. Get in the slot. No! Alright, I gotta beat you the old-fashioned way. I'm not gonna die to this one. I refuse. I am absolutely gonna die to this one. I panicked. Okay, we're going inside. I'm not gonna show off that bastard. Yeah, deep breath. I've had my a fill of adrenaline today anyway. I was playing Smash earlier, and whenever I play quick play on Smash, or Smash Ultimate, it always... Oh, hello! What? Are you just not gonna... Okay, that was weird. Hold on. I was playing Smash, and whenever I quit quick play in Smash, my adrenaline just spikes. And after the first couple of matches, my hands are always like shaking, but after that, it's not so bad. Give me my souls. I can consider this the farming. I'm getting all my souls back every time, you know, it's fine. What are you doing, buddy? Two, three, okay. And what's nice about Smash actually today is that I got a lot of progress. I did pretty good. Okay, hold on. Let's do something a little different. So I'm gonna approach the castle, which is where, you know, I'm gonna spend most of my time. Open that door, and see if I can't be a little annoying. Hey, get over here. Yeah, you. Oh. Well, this almost works. What are you doing, buddy? They don't come indoors, but... Oh, hello! They do kind of stick around. And they can hit through doors, too. Yeah. There, that was his tongue whip attack. It's very gross. So this is how Bloodborne was meant to be played. If you've ever seen anyone do anything different, they're wrong. Is he still alive? He is. Okay, alright. Threat 1 taken care of. And this one's facing away from me, so I do have the opportunity to see if I can actually get a visceral attack on these guys. I don't think I can. Oh, don't get up. Don't look at me. That's right. You're just staring at something. Yeah, you can't visceral these guys, which is even stupider. Don't donkey kick me. I'm gonna go again. Hup, hup, hup. And finally, that only took 4 deaths. Alright. So, there's the one thing I want to show off is this guy. He's a greedy bastard. We also get a good look at what blood lickers look like. And man, they're just nasty fuckers. Like, calm down, dude. And how did he get so much blood off of this guy? And like, these guys are getting slurped on too, but it's not anywhere near as drastic as this one. Anyway, we can like hit him and stuff, but he's too fat. He's too big. He just can't do anything about it. So we're just gonna mercy kill his ass. Also, he explodes into a lot of blood. Warm blood gemstone. Nice. Not good for my build. Oh, there was Smash talk. Hold on. I like Smash, so I'm gonna actually go back in chat and read a little bit. Smash main. I play Inkling. I for a while I actually switched off of Inkling because I was having so much difficulty trying to hit stuff. But that was because my fundamentals were trash. I've improved a little bit, like one smidgen, but the direction I've improved is giving way to more improvement, which is fun. But I also like Ridley is a lot of fun. I like Incineroar a lot too, and sometimes I play Wario. Okay, so we're inside Castle Canehurst, which is a pretty cool place. And to start, we just see, you know, some people keeping the immaculate marble floors very clean, and they're very small, so they're a little bit hard to hit. So everything seems fine, but if we walk around a little bit, There's ghosts! My god! Their hands are bound and they've got knives, and there's a lot of them. You can't actually see them until you're close enough. Ow! Oh! I thought that would have killed that one, but I guess not. There's a ghost back there swinging for the fences. How am I, like, always one hit off? I really got to make sure I overkill. And just to compare, I was hitting with Tonitrus, and it was like 3 and barely 4 hits, but my fire cane takes, you know, like 8, which is a drag. So, Tonitrus is going to be great. We're going to use lots of Tonitrus. And honestly, all these, they just kind of slowly walk at you, so as long as you kind of pay attention to what's going on and you're not getting mobbed by them, there's really no reason to worry about, you know, getting hit by them. We're going to go up this way because there's a chunk over here. Getting access to chunks is great because that is the next level of upgrade material. So I can move my plus 6 weapons to plus 7 once I have enough chunks. And I think there should be enough chunks in Canehurst to get me set up. Oh, ow. That's what I get for having bad camera positioning. 1, 2, 3. Ow, ow, ow. I guess playing Smash has gotten me all shaky. 2. These little enemies are so small that they're pretty hard to hit, so you will miss with a lot of your kind of more horizontal striking attacks, unless you're like aiming down specifically. Inkling is a ton of fun. It's also like I've finally gotten okay at their I guess the community calls it a booyah, but it's basically you at certain kill percentages, and it's a little bit different for every character. You can up throw into up air, and it's a guaranteed combo. Even if they try to like do like input direction away and left or right, or even up, it's still guaranteed. And it's like a very, very tight window to actually hit, but if you have the rhythm for it, you can still get it even online, which is nice. But it's also kind of makes Inkling into an interesting game of like, can you actually manage to get them inside of this small percentage window? Like Incineroar, for example, the percentage window is like 126 to like 134 or something, and his is fairly large, I would say. If we pick up that item, there are lots and lots of ghosts, and we actually kind of do want to take care of these, because there's a item that is worth explaining. Not if I kill them all, but if I eliminate the threat here, it becomes a lot easier to kind of manage them. So there's a chest over here. This is what I wanted to grab, and I didn't want to get locked in this little hallway. But if we pick this up, we get the Noble Dress. And let me just make sure there's not a whole lot of ghosts coming. You can admire, you know, the portraiture in the background. But if we put this on, well, I mean, one, I look ridiculous because I'm wearing a bunch of other stuff. But the Noble Dress is suspiciously similar to the uniform of the Lady of the Night that sells her own blood for pleasure. So what's going on there? I think the consensus, or maybe it's just confirmed, is that like that lady, the Lady of the Night, I suppose, is from Canehurst, but she left, and oh, nice, got an open attack, and she left because of, I'm not actually sure why, but she needed to make it out in the world in Yharnam. And no one knew that she was from Canehurst, because Canehurst is a forbidden place for a couple of reasons, which we'll address a little bit later when there's more context. Oh, I don't want to grab my item. But she needed to make a living, so she started selling her blood, you know, as you do. Church women are not valid. Don't do it. Actually, there's no need to do this. So these gargoyles are pretty annoying because they, I mean, this one's not so bad because he just sits in a corner after you knock him off. But they're pretty annoying because they have a lot of defense on their hides. But you can, like that one I hit over there where it kind of landed on his stomach, they're a lot easier to deal with when they're like that. So I'm actually going to kind of delay my strikes, because there's a chance in between strikes that they'll kind of rear up on their back legs and try to hit you. And if you hit them while they're like that, then, come on, I see you. Then they're guaranteed to get knocked over. So, yeah, like, it was just 2 hits on both of those characters, and it was so easy to knock them off. Yes, yeah, I've been kind of running past everything, but like all the statues, all the everything, it's very pretty. Also, I killed Rom, and so this is something that I was discussing with a friend of mine before, and so I killed Rom, which means the moon is no longer the false moon projected by Rom is no longer, you know, there. But that's, and like, so the blood moon is out. It's the pale blood sky, all that stuff. You can see here, though, it's not a blood moon. What's the deal with that? Interestingly, actually, also, which I think is even more compelling, is Hemwick Charnel Lane, is also a moon like this, which I think is a little... it was especially strange, because Hemwick is really close to the Grand Cathedral, to the church's operations. And hell, like the witches of Hemwick, yeah, the Hemwick witches, or whatever the fuck they're called, are harvesting eyes, which are chalice rituals, like required for chalice rituals, rather, or certain ones anyway. So they're clearly like doing either something with the eyes that is in search. I mean, there's a whole lot of shit about eyes in this game. As it turns out, a lot of it is related to, you know, eldritch horrors. Don't do that. Nice. So why are the witches doing that, but their area isn't covered by, you know, the red moon? What's the deal with that? Hemwick was also the original starting location. You were supposed to chase Mikolas through the entire map. Wow! I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Well, thank you for the context. The only, like, outside of Bloodborne content I think I've ever seen, or, like, seen lately, was, there's, like, an alternate version of the intro cinematic where there's, like, the church beast that's attacking you, or, like, reaching out to grab you in the, as you're reaching for Lawrence's skull, and there's supposed to be like a blood splatter on the ground. I'm not sure if you saw that one, but that was cool. I think that was nice. The fact that, like, yeah, you are going to die. The dying is part of the game. Oh, that was actually just like new, just people found that. That's just new content. I didn't actually know that. That's cool. Oh. Alright. So I've gotten a couple of items, and actually I have a buttload of souls, so I'm going to go home. Because this is a shortcut. This is definitely one of the more important things to go. Yeah, my skirt! Anyway, yeah, sometimes the physics is a little funny in this game. Especially when you're taking an elevator that goes down very quickly like that one. But, moving forward, there are a couple of things I want to do. I'm gonna give... I don't think I'm actually going to give the boss in this area a shot quite yet, because he's especially resistant to Arcane, because he's the head of the Executioners, which is the wing of the church that went to Canehurst to go kick its ass, because they didn't get invited to a party or something.
Welcome. Very welcome.
Okay. Alright, so my first instinct is, you know, to drop 2 more levels in Arcane, but I think it might make sense to actually put some life into Vitality. Yeah, Ligarius. Ligarius has really good electricity resistance, okay fire resistance, and really, really good arcane resistance. The problem is, although I do have a fire cane, I only have 1 fire gem. And it's okay. It kind of just does the job, basically. Yeah, no, it's there's a reason my my death counter has been going up a lot lately, and it's because I probably should start leveling some vid. Going up to 50 arcane, I think, is a strong start anyway. And there's I re-inspected some of the hey, no, burn. I reinspected some of the damage multipliers of how arcane tools scale. That's the word I'm looking for. And 64 is, I think, about the range I want to end up with arcane. And everything else is going to be either stamina or vit or just more arcane. Why not? Oh, I did get 3 chunks. That's excellent. The rest of Canehurst, let's see. The rest of the next area, I'm just kind of trying to verify what would be the best weapon. So I have my threaded cane, which is fire. I have my flame sprayer, which is fire, both +6. So in that case, and I know the Tonitrus will be useful for the things I want to do moving forward. So we're going to level up to Tonitrus. And just to double check, because I don't think I actually ever added it. Yeah, okay. So I want to move this to here. So I'm boosting the bolt damage of my Tonitrus, which is nice. And let me just double check to see if there's a decent gem around here. All of the attacks for the Tonitrus are blunt, I'm pretty sure, because it's a fucking mace. There might be a thrust attack in there somewhere. Oh, no, there's not. There's no scaling for thrust. So the blunt attack up is what I'll be going for here. And just scrolling through to make sure there's not anything better. Yeah, we're good. Honestly, the Tonitrus might have a blunt attack. I'm not actually totally sure. Let's see. Do I have a regular defense around here? Looks like no. Moon. I'm gonna grab the eye rune just because more items is nice. And later, Arcane Lake. This one's really good. I'm probably gonna be using this. Almost definitely gonna be using this by the end of this episode. We'll see why. Let's see. Anything new? Henrik's stuff. That's the guy I killed for Aileen. Anything here? No, not really. Okay. I'm gonna grab a bunch of blood vials. Alright, back to Canehurst. Because I did not get the item I needed. Not that one. That one. Yeah, I need those chunks, definitely. Leveling damage is very, very, very satisfying, and it's because I find that, I mean, when I replay Bloodborne, I always see the beginning. The beginning is the most of the game I ever see. Not all of my files get all that far, for one reason or another. And the more I'm familiar with it, the more I'm skilled at it, the better I get at, the better I get at clearing the content, the more I want it to be over kind of fast, even though I do love that. And it just feels good to have big numbers, I guess. So leveling attack stats is a great way to do that. Alright, we're going to drop that back down. It's dark in here, and this area, or this particular room is a little annoying, especially because of this chair, which I'm going to break. Now, ow. So this guy with a needle, or like a blowgun, will hit you, and there's a mark that shows up on the back of your head, and all the ghosts get really, really mad at you. There's really nothing down there I want, and I'm going to be going back. I'm going to be seeing that hallway a couple of times, I imagine. So I'm not worried about jumping by it too quickly. I'll be back. Ow! Don't do that. That didn't actually hurt that much. That's that +2 vit making a big difference. I thought there was a chunk over here. I guess not. Well, anyway, we're in the library, which is a cool Ah, damn it. Don't do that. I forgot. There's more blow dart guys. With their chandeliers. Jerks. Lanterns, I guess. Candelabras? It's probably candelabras. That's the one. Alright. That's not the only one. There's another one. Not here. I think he's over towards the corner of the room where I eventually want to go to just leave this particular room. But not yet. There's stuff to grab. Let's see. You can see that there's a ladder here, but we can't access that ladder. This is actually right above where we were, so this is a shortcut, but we can't access it yet. It's a very useful shortcut. I like that one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you know what? I think I've just realized something. I've never used a Shaman Bone Blade. Ever. I just saw, like, oh, it's short range? That sounds awful. And then I never used it. Slowly walk into my range. That's right. And there's another chunk. I want 5 chunks next, so I can get up to +8 on my weapon. But I might be able to get that here, but it won't be quick. Oh, that did a lot of damage. I, like, double hit him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ow, dude. Oh, there's another one. Alright, I gotta play this with some intelligence. And it turns out, swords lose to whips. Okay. Yeah, that's that entire area. So, let's jump out the window. It's okay, I'm not the first one. Blink. The Bergenworth fight, I find, is... Oh. That looked a little goofy. I'm just gonna lay flat for you. Well, I appreciate it, buddy. The Bergenworth fight, that one did get me a couple of times, if you didn't see the last episode, but my last live, I suppose. But, even though I was, like, bragging about, like, yeah, if you know how the cane works, it's not so bad, you know, if it's in whip form, you just know to dodge after everything. If it's in cane form, just kind of stay mid-range. And then I got my ass kicked anyway. But only a couple of times, I swear. Okay, this room sucks because of something that's around this corner that sucks. It's not the ghosts, it's the fact that they're protecting that thing. This bastard. This bastard is very annoying. That's bad. Get me out. Oh, I died right away. So, that room, the ghosts are a little special. 1, sometimes they're headless. 2, 2, when they scream, they can see, like, you seize up, and you're surrounded by that halo, which sucks. I do need to clear that room, though, because 1, it has some armor that I think looks really cool, and 2, it has a particular item that I need very, very, very badly. What's a Pepe that cries? I'm not sure. I have... So, Twitch emotes are a little weird because there's the built-in emotes, you know. But also there's, like, this better Twitch TV thing that I kind of kept up with for a while, but then I quickly fell behind, so I stopped bothering. But, a lot of emotes, especially a lot of animated ones, are better Twitch TV emotes. So, crying Pepe might be one of those. Sorry, Nightbot's still a little on the aggressive side. 68 messages deleted by a moderator. Oh my god. Well, it timed you out for 5 seconds. And all evidence of Comfeed ever being here has just been erased. Oh, there's some gargoyles. Let's take care of the gargoyles first. What's nice is, if you know where to go, like, yeah, I spent a couple of minutes getting here, but I'm already back to that room where I just died. So, again, that shortcut is very, very nice. It's all Bible thumps? Yeah. Correct. You know what? I'm going to try something a little different. Whip! Go! Whip! Aggro? More whip? Like with the front door. This is how Bloodborne was meant to be played. Anyway, in a room with a ton of ghosts, including ones that will bind you when they aggro, you don't want to be caught. You don't want to be held in a bear hug. A magical bear hug. So, back up, back up. I'm pretty sure it's like a pretty short range that these monsters like will do that. Will actually seize you up. But I forget what I was saying before. I was just so happy that I killed the one threat. Oh yeah, the threat there would have frenzied these monsters, and the only thing worse than being bound and surrounded by monsters is if all the monsters are insanely aggressive. This is real slow. But, oh, jeez. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't think the ones without their heads on anymore even actually attack you. I think they just scream. Okay. Is there another one here? No? Is this my baby? I hope it is. That's my baby. Alright, so we got some severed hands. And I'm pretty sure I'm safe in this corner. So, one of the secret treasures hidden in Canehurst. The gloves of an executioner from a faraway land. Passed from executioner father to executioner son. These gloves can be used to summon wrathful spirits of the past by smearing them with blood. It is said that the nobles found immeasurable delight in the dances of these vengeful specters. Well, that's fucked up. But we want that. This is my main weapon now. This is a very, very solid weapon, and I'm going to be using it to excellent effect. Not in the upcoming boss, because again, he's weak to he's very strong against arcane, and I picked up an arcane tool, basically, that does tons of arcane damage, which is not useful against him. Oh well. I agree though. The layout of Canehurst is actually pretty friendly to players, which is nice, you know. You don't want to be lost all the time. You got to have a little bit of a break every once in a while. I mean, having somewhere that's completely linear, that's kind of sucks. But having somewhere that's a little too labyrinthine, especially after the Forbidden Woods, like, you deserve a break. No! Don't do this. Don't do it. Alright. Well, they did it. But not anymore. Taken care of. Alright, time to leave. I can take off Beast Roar. I probably don't need to use that for a while. And now we continue on this really convoluted path of following these ledges for some reason. Now there's a door, open window there. That's where we want to go. I'm not going in there though, because there's this guy. Can I pebble him? Huh! Damn straight I can. Pebble wins again. So he would destroy you. Or he would definitely destroy me, rather, if you just went for this item. So make sure to kill him first. Get a Kin Cold Blood for it, which is a lot of blood echoes anytime I want, on demand. My own little personal bank. And we are back to that library, initial library room, where there's this shortcut that I have now unlocked. Great! Okay, let's go up. It's sometimes annoying when you're running through this area because, I mean, this is that previous space where I was getting shot at by blowgun darts, and that guy will still shoot blow darts at you even as you're climbing, and if you get hit while climbing, you take some damage, but more importantly, your stamina starts to drain, or like it goes down a little bit, and if you run out of stamina, you fall off the ladder, and then you're surrounded by ghosts, and you're dead. I've been unlucky sometimes, and that has actually happened to me. It's very rare, thank God, but it always kind of means I need to end up using a blood vial anyway, which is 1 out of my 20 heals. Those don't grow on trees. I gotta buy those, or pluck them off of dead people. Alright, so we are actually nearing the end of this area. It's pretty short, pretty cool. Mostly library, which is I think is nice. The Canehurst are a cultured people, a well-educated, noble class, but they're also, you know, maybe a little on the weird side. Ow! I thought he would do it in like a cone in front of him instead of directly at my ass. Hello. There's one on my right. Yeah, see what that one did. Okay, I actually just pointed at the screen, but you know what, that doesn't really work when you guys can only see my space cat avatar. My arms aren't even on the scene, on the display. Alright. So we drop down again. And I have to wonder, every time I follow this path, I have to wonder, who the fuck designed this? I mean, one, you know, besides FromSoft, obviously. But, like, this is how I get to the roof of, or, like, this other area. This is just a normal way to get places. There's no door on this. There's no, it's not hidden. There's just no door. This is how you get places. You just fall around. And, like, you jump, you go up this? Like, what? Why is there a ladder here? Who designed this? It's insane. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to, I'm probably going to die. So, be ready. Be prepared. I'm not going to use this. There's no reason for it. Maybe I'll use a Blood of Amygdala. Why not? And maybe a Beast Blood pellet? I can try. Is there anything else that'll protect me? Oh, I should have put on the Arcane Defense. That's my mistake. Well, I don't mind losing 20k souls. That's like, what, 1 level? So, this is not the boss area. This is the boss area. And we'll see how it goes. Let's bring out my flame sprayer, because honestly, I don't need my pistol at all. Maybe just bring out my torch, you know, to keep me warm. I think of all the boss intros, this is probably my favorite one. Don't you hate Mondays? My favorite part here is how he warms up so fast, you know? He loses the stiffness so quickly. Okay, so this is Martyr Ligarius. He is the head of the executioners, and he's defending something. He does not want me dealing with it. Oh wait, I did want my fucking pistol. Okay, hold on. Please wait, Ligarius. Ow. I didn't expect that to go around. That was weird. So, he's got 2 phases. The first of which is this. And, he just basically stays away and tries to hit you with exploding skulls. Which is cool. But phase 2 is where the problems start. You'll see, he gets a lot more aggressive first off. But also, you know, I don't really have a whole lot of defense, so I don't want to risk anything. Oh, that was a bad dodge. Dodged? Alright, so I dodged backwards, which is not a good tendency to have against this boss. Get a couple of hits in and run the hell away. Oh, because he was about to spirit bomb my ass. I do have to focus on this one. And you can see I'm doing like 80 damage. That's not good. But the one upside of this boss is he's very easy to parry. Or rather, he has lots. He can be parried, and there are good parry opportunities. Ow! That's not good. If he hits you, though, chances are you won't be able to get a riposte off anyway. Stop that. Ow! So this is going poorly. What's also nice about getting riposte off is it's just a chance to breathe a little bit, because, especially in the second phase, which is starting. And now I'm going to run very, very, very far away. Because he explodes. That is huge. And now I want to run right back in. Because I don't want to get too far from him. Otherwise he's going to launch a very annoying attack. Okay. Whoop! He's actually warmed up now. He's tired of your shit, and now he's real. Where the fuck did he go? Okay. How did you get over there? Now, dodge. Seriously? Don't sword. Okay, no planting the sword yet. I once again dodge backwards. Still very dangerous. Ugh. Ligarius, you bastard. Nope, that's it. Oh. No, while I do have a lot of arcane, again, the arcane tools are not as useful in this fight, or the one I have, rather, is not as useful in this fight because oh, you're actually fighting him right now? Oh, that's cool. In that case, I'll keep trying. And hell, why not? I do have a lot of blood vials back at home, so I might as well try with arcane tools. We can see exactly how much damage I do. Alright. Ligarius. Oh, I forgot to upgrade my or update my death counter. I'll do that in a second. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I'm just going to hope I don't get hit so many times by this fucking guy that I fall off the ladder. Oh, that was close. That was a close one. Whew. We're alive. No problem. Okay. So, my plan for Ligarius is to see exactly how much damage my Executioner gloves do. I have 52 arcane, which is a lot of fucking arcane, and if most of the damage that I'm kind of relying on is slowly whittling him down with a fire cane that does 80 damage a swing, which is not a lot. But if I can get reasonable damage per bullet with the Executioner gloves, then it might be worth it. And at the very least, I can show off how it works. It's been sitting in my inventory. I did talk it up for a while. It should, I should show it off. Oh, this is the perfect time. 17 deaths. Ugh. I was hoping to keep it single digit for most of the game, but well, this is how it is sometimes. All right. Once again, I've forgotten to go grab Arcane Defense. Oh well. Let's go. So this first phase will be a great litmus test for exactly how much damage I can possibly do with my hunter tool here. Let's crack it. Oops. And 3 hits, 210 damage. That's not great. Especially because to get more bullets, because it costs 3 bullets per, it's I basically cost the blood. I damaged myself a blood vial worth. Now, if I was slick, I would. Oh, my blood echoes. If I was slick, I would hit him. I would do it in between, like parrying him and the riposte animation. I would be able to get all my life back and, you know, have that. Get out of here. Have those blood bullets pay for themselves. But it's a tight window, and I'm not well practiced at it, so I'm not going to try for it. Oh, he whips out the sword in phase 1. I didn't even know that. That's pretty uncommon. 2. Am I doing even less damage? 67. Oh god, that's sad. So 3 swings or 3 bullets. I guess that's the trade. Oops. That hurt. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm not even going to bother trying to get some hits in the meantime, because this explosion, I really cannot emphasize how stupidly huge it is. Whoop! 2, 3, 4. How did that hit me? That one's kind of mysterious. Oh, it's because he spins around when he does it. So the reason I don't want to back straight up is because his sword will do that. It'll have a follow-up attack. Nah, you got me. Shit. I do not have Augur yet. Actually, that was the next area I planned on going. Maybe I should go do that. Alright, so it's a little anticlimactic, but I'm going to leave Ligarius for a little bit later. Which was the original plan for this area anyway. I planned on literally running through Cainhurst, getting the Executioner gloves, and just leaving. But let's go get the Augur. That'll be useful. So a little anticlimactic. Sorry, everybody, but let's get the show on the road, you know? Okay, so last time I woke up in... Let's see, where are you? Oh, I want to go grab my arcane defense. Actually, I want frenzy resistance first, which is a lot of frenzy resistance, and I have 41 insight, so I definitely want as much frenzy resistance as I can manage. So, I want to go to Yarhagul, Unseen Village, and then double back. I believe the Augur is in the level 1 of the lecture hall in the Nightmare Frontier. Before the Nightmare Frontier, I should say. Which is where I'm headed right now. Yeah, I agree. Go for what makes me strong. So I'm going to double back. I'm still decaying my frenzy because I have so much more frenzy resistance now, which is nice. As it turns out, insight, the more insight you have, the more knowledge you have about the world, the likelier it is that you go insane when you learn new things. It makes learning a very risky proposition. And there are some attacks in the game, like when this guy picks you up and just looks at you for a little bit, he instantly frenzies you and then does a fucking shitload of damage. Yes, please. Mercy, please. But, so, like, where we are, you know, like, there are a couple of pockets, let's say. Small little self-contained worlds that I've teleported around to. One is the place where I wake up, or, like, I go home every time when I want to go level up or defeat a boss or whatever. That's the Hunter's Dream. That place is its own self-contained world. And so is where we are now, the level 1 lecture hall. I mean, it's 2 levels, and level 2 is also, you know, within the same nightmare, or in the same world, in the same dream, as it were. But it's separated from the rest of everything, let's say. So the voice that we heard on the way in was Patches. This is Patches. He has a face. As you would expect, but he also has a spider body. This is Patches the spider.
Such a pleasure. You're in my debt, you know. You're nigh on a beast of the field, but here you are, treading a measure with the gods.
Shut up, Patches. He just laughs at you. So Patches is actually in every Souls game. Oh.
Oh, cease this dithering. Take the plunge. Throw yourself to the wolves.
That's not very nice. But I've never heard anyone say my feet are as fat as my wits before Patches, so I have to give him credit. That is a pretty creative insult. The first time I played this area, well, I'm running past some things, but there's this door at the end, and it says, open door to outside. I'm not going to do that because this immediately exits you from the area. Every time I go through this area, like I've always just kind of gone in this clockwise fashion, and then I go here, it's like, oh, this is a new door, and I open it, and then I just leave. And you'll see it's a very particular way you leave. That's which is a little bit of a drag, because you can come back here, but you have to deal with some loading screens. So there's a guy on a roof. This is what college students just look like in Bloodborne world. They're a little on the sluggy side, and he was defending some items. But since I ran all the way that way, I did miss a couple of things. So let's go back. It's not this one. The layout of this lecture hall is also a little strange. No, it's not this one. Where is it? There it is. This door is like almost obscured by all this stuff. Not very thoughtful layout. And as far as what we got for experimentation, a ton of fucking eyes. Just eyes everywhere. You gotta admit, they are very committed to the whole eye thing. And they got all sorts of tools. Anyway, eyes are gross. But if you think eyes are gross, this is not the game for you. Fat of foot. Oh, I forgot about this one. Oh, he's screaming at me. Jerk. Alright, so we're in a lecture hall, which is just a full-on lecture hall. And, oh, this isn't the one with a bunch of students. That's the other one. That's what I wanted, though. Lecture theater key. So let's get a move on. Get some nice clothes. Those actually have a ton of fucking arcane defense, which is sometimes useful. And we've entered back into the main area. But we did get a key, so let's make use of it. There we go. So, we're in the lecture hall. Hello, students. And there are a ton of students. They're all very low to the ground too, which makes them hard to hit. Actually, my PS4 is lagging a bit because there are so many of them. Well, fortunately, they're not important. Like, I can get some quicksilver bullets or something, but I can just kind of leave. Although they do spit a lot, which is gross. I bet the chewing tobacco they have around here is filled with nasty crap. Eye juice. Eye flavor chewing tobacco. I just know it's around here. Alright, well, yeah, I could go kill all them, but I could also risk dying. And again, I get 700 souls a pop. It's not crazy worth it, I don't think. I already got the thing that matters, which is the Augur of Ebrietas. Let's bring that up. So, I now have immense power because this thing scales amazing. I'll just view it from the side, but if I use it, I have tentacles at my command. This is one of the most efficient arcane weapons in the game because it costs 1 bullet to use. It hits pretty far in front of you, and it does a fucking shitload of damage. It also, I'm pretty sure it scales, I mean, it does increase in scaling, but it has a very, very sharp uptick all the way up to 50. So, once you reach the requirement for the augur, every point of arcane you put in afterwards is just excellent damage after that. Oh, I forgot to mention it, but I leave that door, the door to outside, and outside, as it turns out, is just a vacuum of space or something, which is not what I usually expect when I go into space, or when I open the door to outside. But I guess outside had a capital, you know, it was a proper noun, which was a little unusual, and, well, that's why, because it's space. Okay, so these are dark beasts. I killed them pretty fast because I have a fire weapon, and they are very, very, very weak to fire. But much like Parl the dark beast, they are full of lightning, and they pop like lightning. There are also these. No, I don't even care about you. There's lots of these skull amalgamates. I don't know. I don't know what they're actually called. Crystal lizards. things that drop good stuff when you kill them. But in this area, they all drop useless crap, except for the really big ones. The really big ones are nasty, and they just drop something that's only slightly more useful. So you'll see me scrambling past, or you see a lot of these guys scrambling past in this area, and I don't care about them at all. I'm just gonna be skipping most of them. What is nice about the Dark Beasts, though, is that they're pretty easy to kill if you have fire or fire damage, and they typically drop a lot of elemental stuff. No, not you. Alright, so we have some hunters, so this is a good opportunity to show off the Augur of Ebrietas. I've knocked his ass down, and I did 270 damage, which is pretty good. Ow. I would kind of expected these guys to do more damage, honestly. Stop! Okay, one down. This one's shooting shit at me is super annoying. Let's just knock his ass down. Let's do it again. So the Augur is actually a little bit too slow, it seems, to do a proper parry after, or like a proper shove my arm into his guts and rip out his heart kind of a thing, which is a shame. But I can also just re-Augur over and over again and do lots and lots and lots of damage. Let's see. So this area has a poison swamp because every Bloodborne game, every Souls game, including Bloodborne, needs a poison swamp for some reason. And appropriately, it also slows you the hell down, which sucks. There is an item a little bit in ways into this area that gives you a lot of poison defense, which is nice, very useful, but I don't have access to that yet. So I just get to suffer. So there are a couple directions you could go. I could go in an upper path. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I've ever actually gone through this way. I think this might kind of just be going backwards a little bit. Yeah, this isn't as useful. So this is a little back direction complete with, ow, a very aggressive Dark Beast that if you went and picked up that item would ambush the shit out of you. I thought I had him, but he saw me coming, so. 19! Yeah, the Augur does have a, like, the fact that I can't really, you know, rip someone's guts out after I parry them, you know, that sucks. But I'm mostly going to be using it for the fact that it just does a shit ton of damage. A lot of arcane damage, rather. So it's still very useful for my purposes. Get some more fire gems, which is nice. Although all these waning gems aren't as useful for me because I have I have a bunch of, like, I want striking gems or the radial gems. I don't really need a bunch of waning or a bunch of triangle ones. So, oh well. Those hunters don't respawn, which is nice, because they're jerks. They have a lot of life, so it takes a while to take them down. And let's go back down to that ambushing asshole. So, there's the item. And this guy is unawares, or was unawares, until I waited there for too damn long. Oh my god, my whip just killed him in one hit. Good thing, too, because I was a little worried about a follow-up hit. Give me that blood vial. Alright. So if we follow this, we see more bait. Honestly, the placement of all these little guys is just bait. They just drop bloodstone shards, the first kind, and that's not useful. But we do have these very tall, very, you know, very sad looking, I would say, giants that just pick rocks up out of the ground and hurl them at you. Ooh, nice counter hit. That was pretty anime. So killed his ass. Doesn't look like... Oh, he did drop something. So I have to watch for this rock. And pick that up. A bolt gemstone. I'm not sure if it's actually any better than the one I have. Probably not. Oh, what? Okay, the residuals from that rock hurt me. That's too bad. What is nice, though, is that unlike most projectiles in these games, they don't track. They don't follow you. They're not homing in any capacity. They just kind of they pick a target, they throw at it. And I will give them credit. They're very accurate. It's just that I move around sometimes. And that kind of defeats a lot of the purpose of what they're swinging at. If you're following this particular guy is helpful because if you step on this thing, it falls, and it's a shortcut. Excellent. And back this way is back towards the beginning of the area. So let's go over here. Go back up, across this bridge. And there's something Patches is known for in every game. I've called him a jerk for several times, but there's more of a reason as to why he's a jerk. And if I go down this way, we're going to revisit, why Patches sucks. But I'll do that in a second. I didn't mean to drop him down. That's probably a drag. I'll deal with that later, I guess. And grab some items. That's a better clockwise metamorphosis, which will give me even more life, which I desperately need. So yes, please. And let's go back down and say, oh, what are these shining lights? There's a note here. It says, this way to witness a miracle. And that's true. I can't debate that. Oh, Cumfiend already mentioned it. A while back, in fact. I just missed that message. He kicks you off a cliff. Yeah. So we get the Patches cam live from the Patches feed, and he just fucking boots my ass into a swamp of poison. This sucks, man. Yeah. We get it. You're real cool, Patches. Alright, so now I'm drenched in poison. And I actually forgot to put antidotes on, which sucks. And I'm surrounded, not immediately surrounded, but soon to be surrounded by enemies. So let's get some antidotes on here. I'm pretty sure this is not the way forward. This is actually... Oh, that was the way out. So let's go this way. Because it is kind of a drag to get all the way over here. And if you didn't see them before, there are a bunch of these... tentacle monsters, I guess? Yeah, tentacle monsters is pretty apt. They have, like the messengers, those little guys that hold up the notes and stuff. Underneath these tentacle monsters is a bunch of dying messengers. It's very cute. It's kind of gross, but they spit out, on top of the fact that I'm, dealing with a bunch of slow poison, they spit out rapid poison, and actually that was the wrong way. Shit, I wanted to go deeper in. I always forget about this particular little hole because there's another poison swamp that's a lot more extensive, and this one is just the one that Patches kicks you into. But there's some items back here, so gotta go grab them. And actually, it might make sense to whip out my Executioner Glove because I don't want to risk myself too much. Especially because this is an area where I'm moving a lot slower and I don't want to take too much damage. Oh, shush you. No, I didn't mean to do that. They missed. Alright. Well, that does the job, which is great. Oh, it did not do the job. Not as advertised. Okay. Don't do it. Don't spit at me. Good. Okay. Homing attack, go! Go faster! Nice. Give me some more life. And just slowly take out some threats. Pop. Oh, Oh, that didn't do it, huh? It's okay, I have a nice long-range tool for something like this. So fire is not going to, you know, crush these guys, but if they're low life, I will absolutely take advantage of the long range. Now, I hope there's not a winter lantern back here. But there is a winter lantern back here. Shit. I forgot. And because it caught me off guard, I am now going to run away. Oh, shit. This is bad. Frenzy. Sedative. No, that didn't actually set it. I'm gonna frenzy. I'm frenzying! No, I'm not frenzying. That was close. Okay. Get out my gun. Because I desperately need my gun right now. Actually, the fact that I have so much frenzy resistance might actually work. No! I had my flame sprayer out, not my gun! Oh my god! all that. Oh, I'm still alive! Thank you, frenzy resistance. Use sedative. Sip, sip, sip. Bring out the gun. Okay, round 2. Let's go. And I missed it anyway. Oh! Am I dead? I think I'm dead this time. Heal! 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 Sedative! No, that was it. Oh, well, that was funny. That was a comedy of errors. We've hit the grand 20. So, winter lanterns are real gross. They look like dolls, like the doll in the Hunter's Dream, and they're covered in eyes, and when they look at you, it hurts a lot, and it drives you insane. So, they're not my friends. I do my best to execute them as fast as I can, because they're real threats. They also basically do two things. The one, they look at you, which does damage, or they do 10-second timeout. I'll have to tweak Nightbot. Sorry about that. It's hard to do that while I'm playing though. Oh, I have a shortcut. Yeah, winter lanterns either look at you. Oh, come on, dude. Well, that was sad. Winter lanterns will look at you, and they do damage, or they grab you, and the little mouths pop out between the eyes and hurt real bad. Nightbot is like, in terms of Twitch, Nightbot is just a very common mod tool, basically, that just kind of automatically looks around for particular things and takes care of them, basically. I keep him in here because, oh, actually, I will re-enable him, but I will also change my spam protection. So, disable. Okay, you should be able to spam as many emotes as you want now. Go ahead. The reason I got him in the first place is because there were a couple of bots that would just pop in and say, hey, go to this website to get subs and followers or whatever, and that was kind of plaguing chat, so I got rid of them as fast as I could. And then I went a little overboard on the rest of it. Ow! Ow! Alright. Let's get a move on. Let's see. Where's my shortcut? I know it's around here somewhere. Did I pass it? Yeah, that's the lake. Where is my shortcut? Now, a shortcut is really useful if you can remember where the hell it is. Oh, that's the bridge, which means I've gone too far. Oh, I almost fell off. Don't do that. Yeah, there's my shortcut. Okay. I gotta run a ways back. So actually this one's really nice because I only have to fight like one thing before I can get access to it. Cool. Okay. So there were a couple of things that I neglected to do over here because I had to double back, because if I went down and grabbed them, then I would have fallen down and wouldn't get that Patches cutscene. So we're back to grab all them stuffs. Go up. really, all the suffering that I'm experiencing now, it'll all be worth it because I'm going to pop Amygdala like an overripe grape. Please look forward to it. As it turns out, it has a very large, accessible head, and I can target the head very easily. And what's more, I have a tool that homes in on targets. So if I target the head and I home in on the head, I can do a shit ton of damage and stagger him very, very quickly. I mean, that's kind of spoiling the fight, but it'll be over fast, so it's better to get the explanation out of the way now. Okay. Let's get a move on. I think actually the amount of frenzy resistance I have is probably going to work against me at a certain level, because something that's not explained, but I'm pretty sure everyone who's beaten Bloodborne is familiar with, or most people that have beaten Bloodborne are familiar with at least, is the fact that if you are like ripping someone's guts out, you are invincible. You are invulnerable. You cannot be touched in any way. This is very, very useful when it comes to Winter Lanterns, because they will, as they do their, oh, damn it, I wanted to get him dead. As they're doing their, like, frenzy attacks, which automatically starts whenever they look at you, and if they're doing their grab attack, they're looking at you. You want to parry their grab attack, which is relatively easy. It's once you get the timing down, it's not so bad. Come on, because they only really do one thing when they're close up, and you riposte them. You put their hand in their guts and rip it out. That works, and if you do that lengthy animation in the time that a frenzy proc happens, like the frenzy bar fills up and would normally do almost all of your life and damage, you are invulnerable, so you just don't get hurt, period, which is great. But I have so much frenzy resistance right now with that particular rune that I put on earlier that it's actually a little too much resistance. So I will still have frenzy meter that builds. It won't pop as a result of the regular animation. So I need to be a little careful about how I handle the Winter Lanterns. And I was looking down there to see if I can actually drop down right away, but there's really no need to. And a lot of Winter Lanterns, at the very least, you can actually just ignore or play a little bit of a very, very brief amount of stealth game and just run past. Madman's Knowledge, I'll take it. There's plenty of that to go around. A couple of little guys. Might as well grab a Bloodstone Shard or two. And I think there's another item down back here where I was looking to drop before. Is there an enemy too? No, no enemy. Okay. And it's just lead elixirs, which is another item I've never really used. As far as I know, it just means that attacks always bounce off of you for a while, but I don't really see the point. It's not going to really help me out. I got poked in the back by a Winter Lantern that just saw me very briefly, and you can see my frenzy meter is building on the top of the screen, which is always very scary because frenzy never just starts to go away as soon as you leave the source of frenzy. Like a poison lake. If you're not staying in the poison lake, you're not getting poisoned anymore. That makes sense. Frenzy is not so nice. Frenzy will keep building until it decides it's done. I just activated a shortcut there. Very straightforward. There's a Dark Beast. Take care of his ass. And actually, although there are a couple of things back there in this big poison lake here, there's like rapid poison resistance and slow poison resistance, both of which are useful for basically this area alone. Excessive emote usage? Oh wait, no, okay. That's it. No, that was the same message, sorry. I thought it was someone got timed out again for the same thing, and I would have been very, very, very confused. Alright, now for some prep, which is pretty straightforward and short. Let's put on some Executioner garb, because I like the look. This is not the whole Executioner set, it's just most of it, but it's, I like the gauntlets, I like the garb, it's very stylish, very, very warm, which is nice, because they use it for Canehurst, and Canehurst is very, very cold. And let's get something a little more appropriate for a hat. A nice wig, no. Doll hat. I promise I'll be fast. I think a top hat? No. There's a particular hat that the executioners wear that I like a lot, but I don't have access to yet. But I will be wearing when I can buy it. But that'll be later. Alright, so here we are. It's time to fight Amygdala. Hi, Amygdala. And how I fight Amygdala is I just mash square. Oops. I stopped mashing square. So it's mad. At around halfway, it rips out its back arms and you know, does more attacks and stuff. But I just mash square and I win. So Amygdala is really easy. It almost got a whole attack off. Yeah. But yeah, as it turns out, its head takes double damage, and if you have an attack that homes in on the head, it dies really fast. It also staggers pretty frequently, so yeah, like I said, I do a lot of damage. Now, it's important to know when to apply that damage, of course, but if I have the opportunity to apply it, I do a lot of damage. Alright, I'm like 1,000 short of a new level, so I am just gonna go ahead and pop all that and get 2 levels off of Amygdala and the rest of its area, which is not so bad. Okay, up next was actually the DLC, I think. Well, let's see. That was the original plan, and I think it might be cool to go visit Ludwig. Let me put on some better runes. I honestly think I have a better shot against Ludwig than I do against, what's his name? Ligarius, which is goofy. Oh, and I got a bunch of fire gems. Let's see if any can be used. Hello, Kane. That's... Oh, yes, actually. Okay, 7.3. Excellent. That's really nice. So my fire damage has gone up by quite a bit now, and that is going to be very useful for handling some beasts. And there are lots of beasts to handle. Alright. So, there was an item I picked up a while ago. I have a Blood Drunk Hunter, and similarly to how I entered the Nightmare Frontier, which is get picked up in a small localized galaxy, and then a big ugly thing stares at me and pops me, that's exactly how I'm going to do, what I'm going to do again, but it's to a different one. And I'm going to be entering a different dream. By a very, very different target. We never actually visited the source of the dream for the first one. We'll encounter him later. But something I also wanted to show off is now that it's the Blood Moon and the facade has been dropped, some things are different. It's actually not very different for this guy, which is a little strange. He's still nice. You know, he's still cool. So he says the same thing. Like, nothing ever changes for him. Once you get get a bunch of friends, he's happy. But the robe lady, oops, noble dress. Here, solidarity. She's not doing so hot.
Forgive me, I'm a bit out of sorts. So, no blood today, I'm afraid.
She's not feeling so hot because she's pregnant. She's pregnant in the same way, you know, like how Jesus, you know, the like Virgin Mary kind of a thing. It's kind of the same thing, but a little more insidious. Let's say. We'll see how that goes later. Hang in there, lady. All right. How about ratchety old nasty lady? What's she have to say?
There you are. You're up early, dear.
I am.
Is anything the matter? You can always tell me. That will make everything better.
Alright, so she's our mom. We just never knew, but she's decided to adopt us, and which is that's so nice.
Also, anything you'd like to tell me?
Yeah, you know, I've been inside for a while, you know, I really want to go climbing again. I actually really miss climbing, you know, but it's, yeah, well, oh.
This will not be forget. Forget your troubles. Forget your cares.
But I don't really want to forget climbing. I like climbing, but oh, thanks, Grandma, or Mom, I guess, new Mom. So we get a sedative. She's been taking a lot of those, and that's what it's like when you're on sedatives, I guess. How about cranky old man?
Your last word, passing through your deceit. No books. No. I know you all with my own mind.
He's actually not that interesting. He's just like he's kind of the same thing as ever. How about nurse or nun? Nun was kind of struggling in the first place, but she's taking the whole blood moon thing real bad. So, hang in there, Nun. You know, everybody's a little bit out of sorts. They're struggling, but you know we're all gonna make it. Keep your head up. Night's temporary. All right. So, off to the DLC. Hello! Scoop me up. So here's that big invisible guy I mentioned, I think in like the first episode. He brings me a special place.
Curse their fiends, their children too. And their children forever true.
So basically in Bloodborne, those guys are the transit system. They're public transport. The transport fee is about 80% of your blood, which is a drag. It's hard to, you got to refill on blood after you clock out for the day, and then, you know, take transportal back, and then you're out on all your blood again. You get home, you're just so tired, you know. There's like, you just want to relax and get your blood back, but before you know it, you wake up. I mean, there's five work days out of the week. You know, you got to get back to it. It's a drag, but it's all right. It's survivable. Used to be worse. Okay, so we're in the Hunter's Dream, or well, we're in the Hunter's Nightmare, I should say, and it looks awfully familiar. This is weird. Why does it look so? But where'd everybody go? What's going on? Where's our buddy? Can't go back. Everything's a little different in the Hunter's Nightmare, because it's cobbled together with a bunch of memories of blood-drunk hunters, and it's immediately you see that things are a little different. What the hell is this? What is this at all? What is it even? And we got some jerks too, like this one. I hope he stays in whip form, because the whip form I can deal with. Whew. So if he's in whip form, it hurts a lot. These guys hurt a lot. But if they don't hit you, you know, no problem. Just don't get hit. But again, like whip weapons, you always wait for the first sounds, and then you just go in afterwards. So as long as there's nothing to distract you, it's not so bad. And as long as they stay in whip form, you can get used to the pace. And it's okay. Problem is, they're pretty chunky, and there's quite a few of them. So it's a little taxing to take care of them. Running around grabbing a bunch of old hunter stuff. Because old hunter stuff is cool. Well, it's cool, but it also looks a little ridiculous. Also, I'm going to be I'm going to just move on. They don't chase too hard, and also there's some things that I'm a little more concerned about. Let's see. 2 dogs are about to attack me, but I want his weapon. I'm already using a whip, but I want a better whip. Get me out, get me out. I thought he wouldn't chase me that much, but look how wrong I was. Okay. Another thing that's a little strange about the nightmare is that it's daytime, but the hunt continues. That's because the hunt never fucking ends in the nightmare. It just happens. All the time. So if you really like hunting, this is the place for you. This guy is hard to deal with. I'm gonna use my tools. Donk. Donk. Alright, one more. Donk. Alright. I should have been doing that for the first guy, but I only have so many... I only got so many bullets. Okay. Let's grab some pants, some trousers, and some crows. You may think that these are just regular crows, and I mean they are, but they also have a ton of life, and if you drop right into all 3 of them, and you're really not prepared for the DLC, like you have 12 vit like I do, or I think 14 now. Wow, I've really gone up, 40% more vit. They can kick your ass real fast. So don't drop right into the center of them thinking you'll instantly kill them just because they're crows. That's a mistake. There's some beasts here because, you know, even though it's daytime, they're always afraid. They always act afraid because, I mean, the sun's out. Oh, can I sneak? Oh, no, can't sneak up on that guy. Stop. Hunters need stuff to kill, you know? Oh, I got him. I think it's because I got staggered out of the hit. Well, that was fortunate. Lucky me. Alright. So I said I wanted that whip that guy was using. Oh, I'm sorry, dog. Hook, hook. And if I want to get that whip, I go this way. There's a guy that drops down up there, but I'm not interested in him. I just want the beast cutter. So he can, you know, kill to his heart's delight. That one in particular is, oh, he fell down. This one in particular is pretty brutal because he's red eyes, and red eyes hunters are always more aggressive and do, well, not more aggressive. They just do a lot more damage. Have a lot more life. You want to be real careful with them. So some beasts attack me here, but there's a big fire. Take out most of them. Ow! Don't do that. Okay, not bad. So we get up to the Grand Cathedral, and we run into one of my least favorite enemies in the game. I'm not going to fight him. I am not going to fight him, so do not expect me to. This big elephant, kind of tentacle-having asshole, I'm not going to fucking bother. It's not worth it, because they have an attack where they can buff themselves to do, like, a sound blast after each attack, and the sound blast has a huge radius, or a very large radius, and it makes dodging past stuff really hard. I've never found a very consistent or effective way to kill those guys, so I'm just not gonna fucking deal with it. Oh yeah, that's Lawrence, by the way. We touched his skull last time we were in here, or in, you know, the quote-unquote real world's Grand Cathedral, and we got some memories from somewhere else. But this is Lawrence. He went blood drunk and also beastly and also on fire all the time, and he was holding an important item that we wanted to grab. We can fight him, but he is probably the worst boss in the game. And I don't mean that in a nice... I mean that he's a huge pain in the ass to fight. Yeah, I agree with that. He does contrast the cleric beast quite a lot because he's like the fucking he's a cleric beast, quite literally. But I've killed him. I mean, I've platted the game. I don't like fighting him. And the only way I would fight him is if it was with a whip weapon, because his thing is that he rips in half halfway through the fight, and he bleeds, and he's just an upper torso that just kind of claws after you. in these long, stupid strings of attacks, and he bleeds lots of lava everywhere. So wherever he's chasing you, you know, you have to make sure you're not painting yourself into a corner, literally. And he has like explosive attacks. He spits fire and shit. It's a huge pain in the ass, and you have to like run around to find a chance to hit him. It takes a long time, and if to get a couple of swings in between like shots and stuff, it's to find the timing to get stuff done is better with a ranged weapon, but it's still not anywhere near perfect. Don't do that. Get down. Get down. Okay, so we got some machine gun stuff. We're not going to deal with that. They stand on these bullets in order to activate these plates in order to activate them. You can see that there's a guy standing here. He's just staring at me. He's clearly looking at me, but he's not doing anything. And there's also a machine gun here. But this is deceptive because, like, you would assume that if you fight him, you know, like the machine gun will fire. That's true, but he will, if you run past him, he'll step off the plate, which means this isn't activated anymore, and the machine gun will still shoot at you, which is bullshit. So you can just destroy the fucking machine gun, and it's not a problem. Sorry, I have been killed by this thing before, in that exact way. So I felt pressured to I felt pressed. It still has me pressed. That was one of the stupider deaths that I've ever had. There are some interesting enemies here. They throw time bombs. And behind them is a jerk. Ow. He has a weapon we've never seen before. It's a hammer. And he makes excellent use of it. But he cocks it, and there's a small furnace in the back of the hammer. Ooh! And it does serious fucking damage. But we can just knock his ass down. And trust me, I relish the feeling of knocking his ass down. Alright. He doesn't drop the weapon. I'll get it later. But with him, plus all these guys throwing time bombs at you, is a little annoying. Definitely prone to death. Huh. He was about to kick me. I was not going to oblige that. You can also get time bombs, but I've never found a reason to use them, so I won't be getting them. And let's mosey on forward. So this room also looks a little familiar. This is where the bridge was, but it's all tilted. What's the deal? Well, that's because everything's all fucked up, as you may have already guessed. In fact, if we actually look outside from where we entered before, there's just a river of blood. And there's blood lickers, which I hate, and I'm not going to engage because I hate them that much. But it's just a big fucking river of blood. There's lots of blood. So where's the blood coming from? We're gonna find out. Okay, last time there was an ambush here. It was this guy. Oops. I forgot. I'm using a fire weapon. A fire weapon in a room full of booby-trapped fucking oil urns and shit. And, well, when you hit that with fire, it explodes. Alright, that almost deserves like a special mention. Is probably my dumbest death so far. Although, my first death to the first enemy in the game, despite, you know, saying I'm experienced in how the game works, you know, that one was extra ironic too. That was also pretty tasty. Alright, let's keep moving. So I have the shortcut. This guy just cocks his... Ow! Even from far away, his gun does a shit ton of damage. What is nice about the fact that I did die is that I have a bunch of bullets again, which means I can use my Augur of Ebrietas all over again, which is good. I was running a little low. And on blood vials too. Unfortunately, I do need to run past those gun turrets, which is not a favorite area of mine. But neither is the Blood River. I mean, the DLC is really cool, but there are definitely You have to take your time a little bit. You have to... the DLC has its turn, and then you get to take your turn afterwards. There we go. Chop that up. Get this guy to follow me. Huh. I'm not sure if those guns still fire. I forget, honestly. So I'm just going to play it kind of safe. And we're good. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have to deal with the Boomhammer guy again. But I have Augur, so it won't be that bad. Hey guys. Try to kick me again. Yeah. We're very impressed. Get over here. Pop. Blood now. These guys are very eloquent. Rip and tear. 2 for 1? What? How did that not hit him? Maybe the tentacles only hit the first target. I thought I was about to get a double headshot there. Did you manage to clear Ligarius, Fiends? Okay, we're gonna try this again, but not explode my whole ass self. Ow! Beanie. Okay. You know what? I've got some Molotovs. Oh, delayed Molotov. I've never actually used one of these. No, wrong. Cost a whole bullet. Hey, what? Okay, I've specifically brought out my delayed Molotov and it's still using Augur. Oh, that was like right in front of me. Hup! Oh. It's always just right in front of you. What?! I didn't know that would happen. That was new. Okay. So I guess it just blows me up. That's a beautiful thing about Bloodborne. There's always stuff to do, always things to learn. Maybe not always, but for a long time. Alright, I promise I won't die this time. Not to that, at least. In fact, well, I can't remember what's in that little pocket. What I've been dying over and over and over to get. I guess if I'm curious, I better figure it out. Next time, we're gonna use a pebble. The pebble has never steered me wrong. And I have pebbles, right? I have pebbles. Oh, already the stream's actually gone a little longer than I expected. I'll get to the shortcut, I'll give Ludwig a shot, maybe a few, and then I think I'm gonna call it for today. Huh. Get over here. But there's a decent amount to do before that point, so no rush. One thing at a time. Boink. Boink. Oh, he got me. You aggroed on me? Oh, this guy's in the way. Nice. One more. I think I must be building stream endurance, because I feel like, especially the first few streams, and I think I've already mentioned this once, but I find that like afterwards I'm a little bit hoarse, because especially, you know, during when we're all kind of most of us are locked up in our rooms, I don't talk a whole lot because there's no real need to, because it's just, I mean, I live alone in my apartment. Oh, no, don't look at him. So I think streaming in one way is actually really good speaking practice, because I'm a little bit out of practice, I suppose. Okay. Round fucking 3. Me versus a bunch of fucking explosives. Who wins? Pebble. A little high. Come on. I'm actually so fucking scared of these explosives now. Why am I throwing it so high? Pebble. That's too low. Okay, you know what? Molotov. But not delayed Molotov. Regular Molotov. Or, well... I've invested this many resources. I might as well. Go! Yay! Amazingly, not all of them exploded. Since I'm being so thorough, there we go. If I grab this item, this guy has a timer on him, and he pops. And everything else pops, and then you get very sad. That's what's supposed to happen, and if you run away, you have time. So those 2 previous times I died were just because I was being stupid. I could go this way. There's a beast. There's a hunter there that's very beastly. I don't want to deal with him because I have so many eyes lining the inside of my brain. I'm not beastly at all. I'm elevated. We're going to run past a bunch of those jerks because damn, they are annoying. Let's grab my auger. Let's not die. Nice, I didn't die. Okay. This bridge can be a little tricky, but I've learned the ancient JoJo art of running away. It's very useful. And we're going to unlock shortcut 1 and go say hi to an NPC. That's Shimon, the driller. Updated version. And this just goes back to the first lantern. So we're back home. And we get access to this guy. If you are playing a Blood Dex build, or if I would play a Blood Dex build, I would kill this guy as fast as I can.
Must have taken a wrong turn, then, eh?
He has a very, very, very good weapon.
More alike than you think. This is the hunter's nightmare, where hunters end up when drunk with blood. You've seen them before. Aimless, wandering hunters slavering like beasts. This is what the poor fools have to look forward to. So,
He's very dramatic. Just the way he talks, the way he holds his hands.
unless you've something of an interest in nightmare.
I mean, who says that? So yes, nightmares are fascinating.
You sense a secret within the nightmare and can't bear to leave it be. As if the spirit of Bergenberg lives on within you.
Sure, man.
Inquisitive hunters will relish the nightmare. But beware. Secrets are secrets for a reason. And some do not wish to see them uncovered. Especially when the secrets are particularly unseemly.
Yeah. Anyway, we have to talk to him to get him to move to the next location because, well, he has his own quest line, kind of a thing, but it's really just talk to him a few times, so it's not too bad. And otherwise, we're gonna mosey. There's a little bit more to go before the next lantern, which is where I want to hit, and that's right before the boss. And FromSoft really... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. FromSoft really, you know, thought ahead when they put out that next lantern, because it's like right next to the boss, which is good, because the boss is very hard. It's very fun, very rewarding to fight, and also very hard. It's one of my favorite in the game, definitely. I think it's a lot of people's favorites because of just how... You'll see. I'll gush about him when we get there. But in the meantime, I'm going to get spit at by nasty bastards. Okay. Hi, dog. Dog 2. And I don't want to aggro the saw guy yet. Just because I have low vid, I want to be careful about how I approach this. Oh, wow, that was weird. I didn't even... I think I dodged. He had me locked in a corner, but I wasn't actually sure if I did so. Either way, I thought there was an item back here, but it was just a trap. Oh, jerk! Oh, again, jerk! Okay, okay. Oh, this is bad. He's using the wall against me! Yeah, he got me. I panicked. Well, that's actually helpful to know. That corner is locked away, and I'm not going to be going back there, so... and I have the shortcut. I'll be back there in a jiffy. But I don't have to worry about the dog and the axe guy in the corner. I just have to worry about the guy with the whip, the chain whip. And I mean, I'm not going to use it right now because it's +0. But I do have access to the Beast Cutter, and it has... the only thing important about it is, one, it's very accessible. It scales with strength, but I'm arcane, so I can just gem in some arcane gems and make it fully arcane scaling. But this is the longest reach attack in the game. And it does, like, the first attack does heavy stagger, and the second R2 does massive stagger. So if something can fall down, it will fall down to this attack string. And because it's so fucking long, you can just back up and just do it over and over again. The Beast Cutter is very, very, very useful. It's also serrated in both forms. It's not righteous as the cane is, but Cane's righteousness is only really useful in against like Blood Lickers and Canehurst, which I've already dealt with most of. Excuse me. Don't spit it. Where are you going? What the? Let me by. I don't even like dealing with those guys. Hup, hup. I took too long. Now there's 2 dogs. They're pretty low to the ground, so they're low profiling my my swings. How annoying. Okay. Normally, because of how far away the hunter is, I'd make use of the executioner gloves because they're pretty long range. But there are a lot of crows around here, which makes dealing with him and all the crows a little annoying. And the crows have decent aggro range, so they'll slowly kind of come. Are you serious? Leave me alone. Okay. Knockdown. He's right where I want him. I've had enough of your shit. Alright. That's a recipe for a dead hunter. And now we clear out some crows. We can move forward. So, the River of Blood is a little more insidious in if we look closely. You can see stuff wriggling on the side, and that's because these supposedly, you know, piles of corpses are alive. They're wriggling. We can't even put them out of their misery. Oh, we can whip them, but they're just undying. The nightmare is a nasty fucking place. And there's, yeah, this is just a river full of the moans of undying corpses. How pleasant. Can't get this item. That's a weapon, which is pretty cool. Also, they're just like skulls just coming out of the wall. Just everyone's suffering around here. It's not a pleasant place. It's a cool castle. We can drop down here and get an item, but there's a hunter down there, and I'm pretty close to the shortcut, so I'm just gonna run. And like I said before, I don't deal with the what do you call them? The elephant guys at all. The elephant giants. I guess I call them that, but they're really not elephant-like in very many ways at all. That one has a fucking cannon. So he's actually okay to fight because he won't sound buff, I think, if I remember right. And he doesn't really... his attacks are a lot nicer to deal with, I would say. The one that's really hard to deal with is his buddy, which comes out, and you can see him in the back there. He has an axe, and I don't mess with the axe, guys. Alright, it is time. There's a witch here, which is a little hidden away. She's just here to be annoying. Make sure you keep moving. And also to restock my pebbles. This guy is the one guy in the river of corpses you can kill. It's a little cruel, but I kill him because he drops 5 blood vials every time. That's really useful. And I'm needed real bad because this is the source of the river of blood. It's a nasty place, and I am going to just put on my Blood of Adelia, because that is the only thing that will help at all. Maybe I'll keep the Executioner gloves on. That might be kind of useful. But in general, this is a job for fire, and fire is exactly what I have on my Threaded Cane. It's got, yeah, I do 200 fire attack per swing, 208, and I do 12% more damage to beasts. 112% damage. It would be smart to actually keep this in my whip form, but I think the attack multipliers are a little weaker. The 20% bonus I get will probably be an advantage here because I'm fighting a beast. Spoilers. And he's weak to fire, and he's, I presume, weak to serration. To say the least. Oh, he's so nasty.
Have mercy. Have mercy upon us.
So Ludwig's a huge figure in the church. Makes a big difference. And he screams a lot in here. And his fight is brutal. I do okay damage. This might be okay. This is a two-phase fight. And I've done this one a lot, so I might actually do okay, because I kind of remember how this goes. Ow. I can survive. He's gonna kick me in the back. This attack's hard to deal with. Just give me my health. Oh. There are a couple of attack strings I'm looking for. And in general, in most cases, I'm just going to dodge to his left, or his right. Because that keeps me safe from a great many attacks. Ooh, okay, if I can dodge the charge, there's like one more attack I'm worried about. Ow. Don't donkey kick me. Oh, I dodged a little late. Crud. So that was actually going better than I expected, which is kind of cool. I I do more damage than I thought I did. I survive some of his attacks. I'm going to try this 2 more times. 3 tries. And let's see if I can't at least get to phase 2. It would be cool if I could. But this guy is Ludwig is I think one of the better designed bosses in the game, and this is a really well done game full of lots of well designed bosses. It's very, I mean, I like Monster Hunter a lot, and I mean, aside from the fact that he's beastly, I was able to apply a lot of Monster Hunter principles to this monster, or to Ludwig, I would say. He has when it's his turn, it's his turn. Let him do his thing. Just punish him or find openings where he messes up, and then you heal or you attack. And it's just a matter of knowing what his attacks look like. Oh, well, that was try 2. I was being greedy. I guess I do need to be to be topped off, especially for that attack. All right, last try. If this one doesn't go so hot, I think what I probably will do off stream is do a little bit of farming to just get my VIT up, because I forgot to update my ticker. I should be up to 25 deaths. Big 25, whole quarter. It's awfully nice of FromSoft to leave this guy here for the 5 blood vials, because there are going to be some Ludwig runs where you're learning the fight where you're going to die almost right away, like I just did. You don't even have a chance to use hardly any blood vials. In those cases, you build up blood vials. Those are good. The cases where you use 20 but only gain 5, you know, that's a drag. Okay, I'm actually doing more. I have more damage potential if I stick to my cane form. That is useful knowledge. What are you gonna do, Ludwig? Oh, you're gonna back off. Okay, so that's what backing off looks like. Alright. Come on. That hurts. Back up. Heal up. That hurts. I can get 2 in. Oh, that was close. Stagger. Oh, that hurt. Oh, not dead. And I'm dead. Okay. This is just a fight to kind of remember. I am remembering how it flows, or at least the first part. And it's starting to feel familiar. But I am going to call it there because I've been already live for over 2 hours. 2 hours and 16 whole minutes. So I think that's going to be a good place to call it. And I think that's a good place to pick up next time. Is just, I'm coming back. I've got, you know, a lot of stuff to prep for my next fight. Or for fighting Ludwig again. And then I can actually double back and go kill Ligarius too. Which I think would be cool. That way I can unlock wheel and might be able to show off wheel. I would probably start to need to investing some stats and strength and whatnot, but that's okay. I think that'd be worth it. And especially because I'm not aiming for like a PvP build. I'm not trying to go to like level 120 and stay there or anything. I can level up as much as I want. It's just that in terms of usefulness for the stream, I think just Vit would be what I aim for. Basically to survive 2 attacks, or give a little bit more room. Surviving 1 attack for Ludwig is excellent, but if I can do that and have and like there's some lake runes that I can go grab that will give me some more % defense, and I can apply those. Like those are some definite nice to haves. And yeah, I'm gonna say that's it for today. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by. I can only assume that you got into playing Smash, and you were just keeping me on in the background, which is I totally understand. As a VTuber fan, I do that all the time. It's pretty rare that VTubers are my main focus. I'm usually drawing instead. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Well, I hope you won your games then. And we'll pick up next week. And I'll make sure to let everybody know exactly, how much farming I did, or if any farming at all. Anyway, take it easy, guys.